I'm Red Orban with Retro Real Estate, proud Marine Corps veteran, and I've been tasked with selling the dream of owning a gun range.
My name's Ken Bob Johnson, and I got to live the dream. Why we would want to purchase a gun range is it's cool. It's like you're into firearms and all that, and you like the community and you want to hang out with everybody. Why would you not want to work at a gun store and an indoor shooting range? We had really tossed around the idea of just getting like a small store where I could honestly just run it by myself if we needed to, and that it would just be kind of more like a small mom and pop shop. And we figured whoever gets that indoor shooting range that is right off the side of I-5 with thousands of cars passing it by every day with the big old American flag out there, the big neon sign that says shooting range, whoever buys that property would make us opening our little mom and pop shop like worthless.
The Northwest Arsenal is definitely the spot to go. You got everything you need here, from firearms, accessories, rentals, the range itself. I mean, what a added bonus. There's just nothing else like it around here at all.
We're gonna take a quick look at both of our ranges. We're gonna start with the pistol range. Right up here first, these are for the fans. These are our controls. Those will turn on your fans. We've got two different systems for one half of the range, and those systems will have 6 HEPA filters in each bank. They actually move a lot of air, especially with fresh filters. You can darn near feel the air moving. Then the ranges are separated with a double door system. So the idea is that you would actually step in, let the door shut behind you, and then go through the next one. The purpose of the double door system is that way everybody who's in the store and not wearing hearing protection, it's gonna create a sound barrier for them. But anyway, here we are in the pistol range. We have 13 bays, and all of these bays, you have your own target control powered by an electric motor that's in here with a very simple cable, pulley, string system on an electric motor. And all of the bays will have their bench tops, which are able to be folded down. They all have a light. We are able to have a maximum distance of 50 feet in here for pistol shooting. The traps, which are a super angled AR-500 armored steel. The traps basically all angle, and all those bullets go into like a nice snail decelerator. So that bullet, if you actually shoot a suppressed handgun with subsonic ammunition, you can actually hear it, but that bullet's gonna enter that snail drum, and then as it's decelerating and slowing down, and that drops onto a conveyor belt in the back, which we'll show you guys later, and then it is loaded up into a scrap metal drum. These steel traps, they are made out of 1/4 inch thick AR-500, which is a nice armored steel. Realistically, we could actually be shooting these with rifle rounds. We typically just choose not to because we have a specific rifle range, which we're gonna go to now. So much like the pistol range, the rifle range also uses a double door system, and a lot of it's actually very similar. However, this is 5 bays, giving us a total of 18 bays. And then realistically, we're just gonna head straight to downrange. It is actually a decent amount longer. So that one's 50 feet, this one's 75 feet or 25 yards. So we've got our very similar steel traps. These are still AR-500 super angled steel. However, they've been beefed up quite a bit by making them 1/2 inch thick instead of 1/4 inch thick, which is why we shoot all the rifles over here. We don't really have to worry about degrading the range much over time when they've been this overbuilt. The decelerators on the back end are much like the ones in the pistol range. However, they're probably 2, maybe 3 times the size of the ones in the pistol range. Here we are at the back of the traps, behind the range, behind the scenes. And really what we're taking a look here is this is our decelerator. So this is the thing I was talking about. It's kind of like a snail drum. If you really just take like a nice look at these guys, you can really just see that angled steel. There's that rectangular slot that you're able to see on the other side. And basically it's sitting like a snail off to the one side. Bullet comes in and then starts working its way around till it slows down enough that it just falls onto this conveyor belt. So each one of these bullet traps actually has dust collection system hooked up to a fan that's going to pull all the fine dust and everything and get it out of the range. So it's the 1990s. Scary times for everybody, especially who's into firearms in the industry. And in 2001, the Berenstain had their break-in. Got away with a bunch of stuff, and so Berenstain said, this isn't gonna happen again. We're gonna beef up security. They added in things like this overhead door, the pylons out front, and the vault. Let's take an in-depth look at these parts of the building. All right, so what we have here are these pylons. They're sitting in front of our door. They are 1/4-inch thick steel, filled with reinforced concrete and dug into the ground 8 feet. So you're gonna need one hell of a truck to run those over and then still have enough energy to go through the front door. That leads us to probably my favorite part of the building, the vault. Here we are inside of our vault. The vault is 20 foot by 12 feet. And this is for the most part where we keep customer guns while they're waiting for a background check or even just storing our machine guns throughout nighttime. So that way they're not just sitting out inside the store to make sure that they're extra protected. And although it looks really complicated, this has got to be one of my favorite parts of the vault. I'll turn. And then now, if for some reason the door is locked and you're inside, you can talk to the outside world. How cool is that?
In the 2,000 square foot showroom, there's over 80 linear feet of lighted professional display cases. There's the polished concrete floor and 14-foot ceilings. Not to mention all the display racks would be included with the business, all the merchandise that's currently on the walls, yes, including the guns, 60 handgun rentals, and they offer over 30 machine gun rentals as well. It's perfectly set up to display as many guns as you want, merch as you want, and any other tactical gear. Northwest Arsenal is right on the I-5 corridor, and according to the Oregon Department of Transportation, this corridor of I-5 sees on average 60,000 cars per day. This is the classroom off the showroom floor. It's where I personally took my CHL class. It's where everyone hangs out after the weekly pistol league. That's what the targets are from. That's the break room / gunsmithing room, and then obviously the vault. This is the on-site gunsmith room. It also uses the employee break room. And then back here's a warehouse. Yeah, make sure to check out the link below if you're interested in the building. There's additional photos and any other additional information. Make sure to check out Northwest Arsenal on YouTube. They have a ton of videos that help give you a better idea of what there is to offer here. And if you have any questions, feel free to check out my website at retrorealestate.com. Message me on Instagram, Facebook. I'm Rhett Ortman with Retro Real Estate. I sincerely hope you enjoyed this video at least half as much as I enjoyed making it. Now watch this drive.